Hi, everyone, and welcome to episode 26 of the Essential Zodiac Podcast. I'm your host, Cynthia McNulty.
And I'm Audrey Fannin, your producer.
Today, we are talking about the new moon in Aquarius. This is a great moon to kick off your year. If you're having trouble out there getting your goals or intentions situated, I have a new Astro Tarot spread that may help. You can find that. You just go to my webpage, and right on the welcome page, you'll see Astro Tarot, and just click on that, and it'll take you to the site, all the information. And also, don't forget to order your forecasts and planners for the new year. Those are available also on my website. So I hope all of you out there are having a great start to your new year. I hope you're able to get your goals and intentions working. But if you're not, pay close attention because this episode will help you sort all that out. The new moon in Aquarius marks the beginning of a new cycle. The Capricorn new moon ends and the Aquarius new moon cycle begins. Okay, this is getting us going for the new year. Remember, the sign of Aquarius is innovative and dynamic. In the sign of Aquarius, the friendship, brotherhood, group activities, social pursuits, and group projects are the focus. New beginnings regarding any and all of these matters are possible now. So Aquarius is a humanitarian sign. It's a sign that looks for what is good for the community. We're going to have a lot of Aquarian energy coming up this year, and it's going to be helpful in healing rifts, getting people to work together, because it's like, what is best for the community? Now, this new moon will occur on January 21st. Now, we should begin to feel the universal energy coming back. We've all been trudging along with retrograde energy, and that's probably also why you feel stuck. You are stuck energy-wise. It's hard to get going when you have Mars, the planet of action, going backwards. It's hard to come up with ideas when Mercury, your communications planet, is in retrograde. And then we also have Uranus retrograde out there, and Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius. So we have all this going on. So Mars went direct on the 12th. Mercury turned direct on the 18th. And Uranus, like I said, which is Aquarius's ruler, goes direct tomorrow, January 22nd. Now the Sun is in Aquarius as well. And this is a time during which we should solve problems that require thinking outside of the box. Also, if you have a goal or an intention that is unusual or different or maybe complicated, now is the time also to think about how you want to implement that, because you have that out-of-the-box energy in your favor. So we can look to the future with brand new eyes. It's time to give our emotions and passions a break while we develop more objectivity and some detachment also from past habits. We want to break free, and we want to put our energy into moving forward. We might learn something new, and that is very much part of this energy. So if you've had trouble setting your goals for 2023, Now that all the planets are orbiting correctly, the process is going to be easier now. It would also be a good idea to take a look at any goals or intentions that you may have started. They maybe need some tweaking now, or maybe just they're not going to be doable. So maybe you want to revise them or rework them in some way. The cycle also encourages us to reach out to people in our social circle and in our community and recognize the value of our friendships and social networks. Those are very important. And, sometimes during the holidays, we're so busy with other things, with other people, certainly our family, that sometimes, casual friendships get pushed to the side. So now's a good time to maybe have a casual Friday night get together, play a board game or whatever, and reconnect with each other. So with this potent Aquarius energy, we have the chance to make progressive changes in our lives. For some of us, circumstances are such that we need to pay more attention to these matters. This new moon harmonizes with Jupiter and separates from a conjunction with Pluto. So we're ready to make renovations and improvements in our lives now. So we're going to take a little short break right now, and when we come back, I'll have some advice for all the zodiac signs.
Visit EssentialZodiac.com to check out the Astro Tarot spread Cynthia mentioned and to order your custom Astro forecast and planner for 2023. Watch what happens when you step into the universal flow aligned with your own birth chart. Back to you, Cindy.
Thank you, Audrey. That was awesome. I love that. Thank you. So, to help you gear up for 2023, here's a guide to getting the year started on the best possible note for your zodiac sign. These horoscopes are based on your sun sign, so for a more accurate reading, listen for the information for your rising sign. If you need more information still, contact me. I'd be happy to help you. So, for our Aries folks out there, don't miss this news alert. 2023 is officially the year of the ram. Well, in Chinese horoscopes this year, it's going to be the rabbit, but it is the year of the ram as well. With your gravity-defying ways, you are the mood that everyone is going for. There will be absolutely copycats buzzing around, attempting to siphon off your juice. There's no threat to you, so don't get tripped up. Originality cannot be duplicated. What you need to do, Aries, is stamp your name on the work or hire a PR team to do it for you. That way, other people's inevitable imitation will only be the greatest form of flattery as you continue to change the game. So there you go, Aries. That's the challenge for you this year. Be your fabulous, innovative self. Taurus, you're no stranger to the charging after a goal. But what if you could sit back and attract instead? Before you go planting any seeds in 2023, your first order of business is to create fertile ground. Maybe you need to do some metaphoric weeding of overgrowth, such as time-sucking obligations or unfulfilling relationships, or also maybe putting a timer on your surfing. I know we're all guilty of that. And, sometimes you go down the Facebook, Twitter rabbit hole, and before you know it, 3 hours have gone. So, maybe we want to set a timer, give ourselves a little bit of fun, but then put a time to get back to work. But Taurus, I think you're probably well equipped to do that.
I've also been unsubscribing from a lot of newsletters.
There we go. Our in-house Taurus is giving good advice there. Thank you. Or perhaps you need to improve the soil for quality by creating space for self-care or working on your emotional health. Leadership training could pay off. Consider it an investment in your success. Gemini, you are so that girl or boy, Gemini. So make room in your calendar to receive all the invites that will soon flood your way. I mean, you are very gregarious, Geminis. Air signs love to talk and chat, and you especially enjoy a party atmosphere. Group activities will be especially rich in 2023. And if you're willing to travel a bit further outside your comfort zone, you could potentially find a crowd that captivates your generally fleeting interest for a good time. Meaningful travel is also in the stars. So if it's been a while since you boarded a plane, here's your prompt to set fare alerts. Just watch out for Southwest. I'm not sure if they're still back to normal, but you have other airlines to choose from. I personally recommend Delta and United. On the other hand, nomadic Geminis are encouraged to drop anchor so you can form meaningful in-person bonds. But you never know who you might meet when you travel. It's always an enriching experience, no matter what. So definitely things are opening up. It's been a while now. People have gotten things well underhand. So put travel on your agenda, Geminis. Cancer. No apologies for being a boss, Cancer. In fact, people will be looking at you for leadership in 2023. I know you're mostly comfortable with being the mama of the group, but sometimes the mama also has to be the bossy mama. So, think about that. Get used to vocalizing the opinions and ideas you usually keep to yourself. Rocking the boat won't capsize your career this year, not if there's a point to your pushback. Don't back down from that creative vision if you know that it's the right path for everyone to take. Your intuition has always been your greatest guide. Come on, the moon is your ruler, right? So listen to that little voice. And that goes triple in 2023. That said, it wouldn't hurt to back assertions with legit data, if only to make yourself more confident as you plow ahead. So, if you need to back up your intuition with data, by all means, go for it. Have the whole picture. And it'll probably go your way a lot better. So, Leo, this is my sun sign. The new year will be a journey in the best possible sense. Get ready to collect passport stamps as you travel for work, study, or connect to friends you've only seen on screen. With your independent spirit in full force, you'll have less time for relationships, but don't let the most important ones fall into a rut. Shared adventures will be the best connective tissue for your bonds. Whenever and however possible, include your VIPs in your own personal, expansive quests. But don't feel guilty for enjoying some growth experiences all by yourself, too. Good advice for 2023. Travel does seem to be a theme here. I think we could all probably use a change of atmosphere, right?
A little bit of cabin fever after the past couple of years.
Very true. Very true. It's like you almost don't know how to talk to people anymore. It's like we've all been little hermits. So now Virgo, all my lovely Virgos out there, no strings attached. That's not enough security for you in 2023. This year, you won't mind being entwined with people, the right people, in a serious, exclusive way. In fact, the adventure kicks off for you once the mutual commitment is set in stone. The trick to enjoying this for the long term? Make sure everyone is crystal clear about what they're getting themselves into. If money is involved, including potential future earnings, put it in writing. Then you can relax into the sexiness of certainty. Yes, it is a thing. Next, Libra, my diplomats. Like Libra John Lennon, they may say you're a dreamer. And in 2023, you're a highly romantic one. Relationships of every variety are your raison d'etre in the year ahead, which is excellent news for the zodiac's most pro-partnership sign. By the same token, you may be revamping the entire way you do relationships this year. Libras are ready to step into a different kind of role, one that doesn't involve getting lost in the couple bubble. Why, yes, it is in fact possible to hold the spaces of autonomy and togetherness at once. Now that's a balancing act worth striving for. Scorpio. Your savvy sign never shies away from complexities, but surprise, Scorpio, in 2023, your mantra is keep it simple. What matters most to you this year won't be anything that can't be bottled or sold. It's the joy of basic human connection that lights you up. Whether at work, with family, or through activism, you're giving the world service with a smile. Second in line to that, taking great care of your body. This is the year to quit unhealthy vices, clean up your eating, and find a movement practice that you love doing. And I could tell you from personal experience that the bad things you did in your 20s and 30s, they haunt me now.
Dear.
You know, towards the end of your 50s, beginning of your 60s, things get very creaky. And there's like, what is that? And then you realize, an injury from when you were 25. Your body gets back at you. It really does. It's like you abused me when you were 25. So now at 65, here you go. So do take care of yourselves. Sagittarius. Lights, camera, Sagittarius. You're the name on everyone's lips in 2023, but no resting on any 2022 laurels. With your creativity in high gear, it's time to create some fresh material. Also, show up more regularly for your fans, even if you're just hanging out on a live stream. Plug back into a network of peers who keep you inspired. One or two of them may hold the promise of a profitable partnership in the year ahead. Ditch the competitive vibes and collaborate instead. Now, Capricorn. Home is where you hang your hat, Capricorn, and in 2023, that may include more than one location. This is a year to feel rooted, but not stuck. If you've been repeating patterns that are born out of intergenerational trauma, you'll be ready to gently break them. Review your everyday habits, like how you eat and sleep, and the way you do your work. Little shifts can produce seismic changes. Try cutting back on inflammatory foods, moving your bedroom to the quietest part of your space, and reorganizing your workflow to curb stress. Now, Capricorns, I know you guys, work is your mantra, but you do need downtime too. You can't be a workaholic all the time because that will make you feel bad. So, think about self-care. Think about ways you can be productive, but also have time for yourself. So, Aquarius, enough with this solitary shtick already. Social butterfly Aquarius is back in the flight this year, ready to spread your colorful wings and buzz around town with your swarm. The only issue? You've grown exponentially over the last 2 years, so you may not vibe with the old friends in quite the same way. No need to kick anyone off your island, but do get out and mingle with new crowds. Fun fact, a flock of butterflies is called a kaleidoscope, an apt metaphor for the expanding and colorful range of friends you'll meet this year. Pisces. Hustle culture is always a hard pass for free-flowing Pisces. But in 2023, you're ready, willing, and able to dive into work that connects to your soul. The hardest part is being patient with the process as you work your way to the throne. And in 2023, it will be a process. Identify a mentor who can guide you along your path. Helpful people will be eager to support your journey, but it's up to you to seek their guidance and bravely ask for it. Make time for art, music, and spiritual practices that interest you. Your creativity could bring in some cash. Well, that ends today's episode. Our next episode will be about the full moon in Leo, and that will air on February 3rd. So I hope you tune in. And remember, with astrology, you can chart your life's course.
Thanks for joining us for another episode of the Essential Zodiac Podcast. We hope you'll like and follow the podcast and share it with your friends. Thanks to all our Patreon members who help make production of this podcast possible. If you have a question or topic you'd like Cindy to cover in an upcoming episode, send an email to easypodcast@yahoo.com. Again, that's ezpodcast@yahoo.com. The Essential Zodiac Podcast is produced at Muddy Creek Studios.